this stock market at these lofty levels and the real estate market at these lofty levels, and we have all of these shortages, and they're saying buy less? What do you think that's going to do? Boost the global economy? Of course it's not. They're giving people money in order to boost spending. And here they're saying, you gotta spend less. This is a big problem, a huge problem. But hey, never let a good crisis go to waste. I mean, that is the theory. And this is from the former senior vice president and chief economist of the World Bank. You think he has a little bit of influence? You think he might just be saying what everybody else of those other powers that be are thinking? Can you see that we've come so far along that the reset has already begun? I mean, I remember a couple years ago when I would say in my intro to the reset that we have already started walking through. And the feedback that I always get, oh, you can't say that because, hey, we don't know. I knew. And I knew because I've studied histories and I've studied currency life cycles since 1987. I'm telling you, this time is not different. This time is not different, and you need to be protected. And thank goodness you can still buy gold and silver. Thank goodness you still have a way to protect yourself, because they are not letting this good crisis go to waste for sure. He's optimistic that many existing problems can be tackled simultaneously since they're all related. Oh yeah? Well, what are those problems? Well, the pandemic has highlighted how the economic system isn't working. It hasn't been working since 1913, quite honestly. Referencing inequality, which the fiat system enables, climate crisis, because the only thing that ever matters are corporate profits, and the lack of resilience in the market economy, because we're consumer driven, so we need consumers to consume, but it's creating supply shortages because of globalization. He is warning us about an overnight reset. I mean, you know, many existing problems can be tackled simultaneously. That's an overnight revaluation. And this from, you know, the former senior vice president and chief economist of the World Bank. Are you prepared? Because I'm preparing, and I have been working diligently on that for many, many years. Food, water, energy, security, barterability, wealth preservation, community, shelter, medicine if you have a chronic illness. Get prepared. The time to do it now is now. And arguably, the most important part to get set up is that wealth preservation and barterability, because that's the foundation on which you can do everything else. Is it really a surprise that stocks rise after Friday's U.S. job figures lift pressure on the Fed because they keep talking about tapering, buying fewer government bonds and mortgage-backed securities? That's all they're talking about. But no, they're not going to do that. They can't do it anyway. I'm not saying that they won't make an attempt like they did before, but it'll fail. There's no way that they can do it. There's no, I mean, between a rock and a hard place, no kidding. Before Friday's non-farm payrolls report, some analysts had expected the Federal Reserve to announce a reduction of its asset purchases as early as this month. And they're not really assets, are they? They're debt instruments. Magically, debt becomes an asset when it's washed by Wall Street. So convenient. This is the most current spot contract on gold. It is a spot contract. It is a contract. Do you really think that a central bank digital currency is going to fix this huge mess that we're in? It'll give them a lot more control though. And if you are stuck in the system, they're going to have full control over you. So they're warning us, the Bank for International Settlements is warning us. And they've told us what we need to do to protect ourselves. And it wasn't that long ago, July 12th, 2021. These are the big conclusions from the biz. Gold, physical gold, is free from default risk, the only financial asset with no counterparty liability, therefore risk. If kept at home, which the only thing you can keep at home is physical. If kept at home, it is not subject to political manipulation, has been empirically proven to be an inflation hedge, and its potential value in highly adverse scenarios. Do you think we're going into an inflationary and a highly adverse scenario? Do you think we're already there? Because I think we're already there. Physical gold. You hold it, you own it. Because, baby, I'm telling you right now, if you don't hold it, you don't own it. Get prepared. Please get prepared. That's why you see me here. I mean, you know, I saw where the hole in my personal strategy was in March 2020, and then when they had the riots. And I said, oh, I need a bug out location. I knew that what was happening, the Cerveza thing that was happening, was being used to hide a lot of garbage and justify a lot of garbage. But what I see happening out there really scares the bejeebies out of me. I'm going to say that. And I am ever so grateful that I was able to do, and that I am able to do what I'm doing in getting more prepared. And, you know, I absolutely, without any doubt in my mind whatsoever, it is so time to cover your assets. And here at ITM Trading, we use the Wealth Shield. And again, you want to do your foundation, which is wealth preservation and barterability. But, you know, food is the single biggest issue for people going through this. And if you have a chronic illness, medicine as well. So food, water, energy, security, barterability, wealth preservation, community, shelter, and medicine.